in your head, and like it was funny. It gets your mind thinking on some of the things where, if you're in a desert and, one guy has water, but you have a baseball bat, like, what are you doing? and like the next water is like 24 hours away. So, you're not making it. So
what did you do? Yeah, what did you say?
Well, so my one of my buddies got that question, and they're like, I'm smoking the guy in the head with the baseball bat, but I think the other guy was Sidney Crosby, for example. So it's like, you're going to hit Sydney in the head to get water, or like you're going to share. So I guess they're seeing, what you think there. But they get their mind thinking. So I'd probably say Montreal.
Okay, so I have to ask you now.
Yeah.
If it was you and Sidney Crosby in a desert, and Sidney Crosby had water and you had a bat, what would you do?
Yeah, I'd probably have to hit him off the head to get the water. As much as it's like, oh, it's Crosby, I don't know. But no, I mean, yeah, in that scenario, I think whoever it is, you got to do that to get the water to live. So.
Well, we don't know how this is going to go, Matthew, but I can guarantee you this answer. You just sold 10,000 more Islanders Schaefer jerseys. I'm going to say that right away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Can't wait for the first matchup in Pitt.
Oh, it's funny.
Okay, you're a native of Stony Creek. When you were on with Ron McLean and Kevin Bieksa during the Cup final, and Michael Misia was there with you as well, the 4-on-4 league in Hamilton was brought up. So tell us about that and what it was like being a part of.
Yeah, so my brother actually played against Bieksa in it, I believe. When my brother was playing in, Bieksa was playing in a while ago. And then we put some teams in the last couple of years, and we've been playing, and it's just down the road for me, so it's fun. It's good hockey. I mean, you're going out, you're playing 4-on-4, and for me, just coming into the OHL, I was playing against guys that were already in the OHL, so it was good for me. So, it's a fun league, and I played in it the last couple of years.
All right, so who are some of the other names that maybe hockey fans would know that are featured there?
Yeah, so Michael Haig played in it. Florian Jacki, the Jackeyes, I mean, they're Hamilton natives, so they played in it. And then it's majority OHL guys. I had a couple teammates, Malcolm Spence, Sam Alfano. So a lot of it was majority OHL guys, and it was fun because you got your main teams that go at it every year, and you always want to play in the finals to get the trophy. Even though it's a 4-on-4 league, but it gets a little competitive. So yeah, it was fun.
What does your brother say about Bieksa?
Tough to play against. I think Bieksa wanted to take my brother's head off the one time, I think. I don't know what he did, but yeah, I don't know. I just remember him playing. He's like, yeah, he's a great player, but tough to play against too.
Good. You know, Matthew, it's interesting, like a lot of guys your age, especially ones who are about to get drafted, they're not always as outgoing as you are. Like I saw you on the desk with Michael Misia and Ron and Kevin at the Stanley Cup final, and you and Michael were very comfortable. I hear you doing this interview with you now. You're very comfortable. I've heard a lot of your other interviews. You're very comfortable. Do you think that's you, or do you think this generation now of young players is just more comfortable with all this?
Yeah, I think, my family, we love talking. I mean, my dad's on here, he's talking for hours, so thank God he's not. But I think it's, me. I mean, obviously me and Misa are pretty close, so it's easier when you know someone on there too, but you've done so much media over the years, just from, I guarantee you if I put, this kind of interview to my first interview in the OHL, it's a big difference for sure. So I don't think I could put a sentence together in my first interview. So no, but you really develop all these skills over time, and it becomes like normal and it becomes enjoyable. But I've always loved to, talk, and whether it's about anything, but I love talking, and it keeps me busy. And any time, I mean, you put me, my dad, and brother, we're talking forever. So yeah, honestly, I think it's just the way that we brought up. I love talking, and just seeing my family and how they love to talk is pretty easy.
Nice. So where do you think you got your sense of humor from then? I mean, we hear the stories about your dad, but it sounds like your mom Jennifer was quite the character as well.
I'd say a bit of both. I mean, my dad says the jokes, everyone's laughing. My mom says the jokes, she's laughing at her own jokes. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I remember my mom would pull out a typical mom joke, and then we'd kind of look at her and she'd be howling, and we'd be laughing at her laugh because it's, you're not going to miss it. It's super loud. So yeah, a bit of both for sure.
Now, your representative is Pat Morris. What has he told you about this week?
Yeah, me and I'd consider Pat family now. He's obviously my agent, but he's family. He's done so much for me, throughout life. He's so involved in me and everything I've been through, and he's always been there for me and my family. Just this week, he's helped me, but in life, he's helped me so much too. But yeah, this week, he's always there for me in hockey and in life. But yeah, this week, he's excited for me. He cares about, me and all his players he represents. So, to have him in your corner, it means a lot. And to go through this process means a lot.
Has he told you what to expect this week or what this? Because I can imagine for you, it seems like this week is going to go on forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're doing so much. You keep busy. Honestly, you don't think about the draft till that, Friday at, whether I think it's 4 p.m. in LA
Yes.
time. So, I mean, you really just keep your mind busy. You enjoy it, though. I think the biggest thing he tells me is just enjoy it. Don't worry about anything. Everything will fall into place. There's really nothing you can do now. You showed, your personality at the combine. You showed the way you played this year. So just enjoy it, and whatever happened will happen.
How did you navigate this year, Matthew? Like, just after the injury, how did you keep your mind sane, knowing how big of a year this is and how wired you are just to play the game of hockey and so to have to sit out for a while? How did you navigate it all?
Yeah, like I said earlier, obviously I've been through so much in life, and I think once I broke my collarbone and ran into the post, I came back and I was crying, not because I was in pain or anything. It was because I was not going to be able to play the rest of the tournament. That was a big tournament I was looking forward to. It's one you always want to play in for your country. You always watch it at Christmas time, and to be playing in front of your fans out on home soil, it's something you've always wanted to do. So I think I was just really sad in the sense of not being there for my team, but I was able to get surgery and then stay there with my team, which was a big thing for me. And I was really happy to do in any way, whether it was reading lineups, patting the guys on the back, doing anything I could to help them in the tournament, even though I wasn't on the ice. But yeah, I think obviously no hockey player doesn't want to play hockey and wants to watch. So it just hurts me not being able to play. But I was trying to help, my team after the tournament in Erie and when I was at the tournament in any way possible.
Were you concerned at all, Matthew, that the injury and not being able to play would affect your draft stock?
Yeah, that definitely, after the tournament, I talked to Pat about those things, but no, not really. I thought I left everything out there that I had to show this year. In my draft year, only playing 17 games, so I think in those 17 games, I left it all out there. Where if I didn't, then maybe I was thinking that, but I left it all out there. What I thought. So yeah, I think it was a bit easier, but obviously it's never tough not playing hockey, and to miss that much hockey as a hockey player, it's not fun. And I feel like I get a little bit more stressful when I watch the game than I'm playing. So,
So now that you are back on the ice skating, Matthew, someone that's been on the ice here quite a bit with you lately, Mark Giordano. How did that come about, and what's been the best part of his influence?
yeah, so I'm working out at Brian Marshall in Mississauga. So Mark Giordano used to work out there, so I'm working out there, and then I'm on the ice with Gio. So he's the best. He's he knows so much. He's played so much in the NHL, and he's telling me all these things. I mean, I went up to him my first game and I said, Gio, my ears are wide open. You tell me anything and everything, because I want to take everything that so then I'll be ready at that next level. And he's like, if you see me, not working as hard as you think I should,